I've spent the last 10 years in community development. I really found my way to community development because I was interested in all of the work that was happening in communities, seeing the transformation of Ohio City and Tremont and neighborhoods. I just was compelled to be a part of it. I worked in the CDC industry for about 10 years. And so when Mayor Bibb came into office, he spent about 2 years working towards a plan to move the market into nonprofit operation. And so his
Here at the West Side Market for 2 years.
So you obviously were here when management changed.
Yeah,
We'd like to know a little bit about how you've noticed things changing as management has changed.
their presence and their role here has been really positive and obviously something that really sticks out. So yeah, just the image and how friendly they are with not only the patrons that are coming in here, but also the vendors.
They take time out of their day to come down and
Yeah, they actually walk around. It's about 3 of them. The head manager walks around as well. And they walk around every day and they just stop and talk to us. And like, even if it's not about the market, like they'll stop and ask how our day is, what new products we have. They're more interactive.
that you were talking about your team, and they're kind of the ones walking around and talking to vendors. But how have you yourself done that?
I definitely spend a lot of time walking around and chatting with folks. You know, on the way in, I try to greet everybody that I see, say hello. You know, I try to make sure I carve out time every week to kind of check in with, you know, people around the market and things like that.
Can these be frozen?
Yes. They have not leased any empty spots to any new vendor. So I had asked. They said they don't have a application or a lease for a new vendor. I said, okay, you're using in the city enforcement, but you don't use the city application to bring more vendors here. So to me, what does that mean?
Yeah, so the market has a lot of rules, and I think that was, you know, a challenge of the city is sometimes they weren't always delivering from a maintenance perspective, so then they didn't want to push merchants on following rules. And so not that we're delivering perfectly on maintenance all the time, but we're trying to improve. But at the same time, there's kind of important things collectively in order to ensure fairness across the market that like we really need to do and get better at.
What is the white part?
That's fair.
Okay.
It's
Basically, the plan was designed around kind of two things. Keep the magic. You know, I think when we work with the public market consultant who helped develop the plan, you know, they often say that like don't always know why something works in a place, but if it's working, figure out how to preserve it and support around what's working. And so
Talk a lot about this master plan. How, as a vendor, do you feel about it?
I'm hopeful. I've been coming to the West Side Market and been a part of this my whole life, 57 years. It's going to take a lot to get this done. Hopefully they can do it, but it's a big process to do what they want to do. You know, so it's going to take a long time to finish it. I hope it happens. That change would be phenomenal. The plans, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the plans. They're phenomenal. So I'm very hopeful.
Well, it's going to take a long time. We're in a building that's 112 years old. There's a lot of things to think about. And with the right architects, hopefully they figure that out. But it's not going to be a quick fix because it's going to be a big process. So
While they tend to the master plan, are they still keeping up on maintenance and issues that their vendors like have?
Yes, they are. So they are working on, you know, when lights, like I said, lights go out. It only takes seconds to get a hold of them. They're working on elevator issues, which have always been an issue, but they are working on it. So I can't complain.
the market won't be able to continue in the future if we don't also think about other things, right? In order for them to keep going, I have to think about doing events and other things because that's the only way you can sustain a building of this, grandeur and magnitude.
I totally agree.